Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the next episode of YAP Knuckle. I'm gonna be honest, I came up with the title, the name YAP Knuckle after I recorded the first episode, which is why I've got the thumbnail for it. But honestly, I'm looking forward to this. It's been about a week since I did the last episode. It will get more frequent, I promise. I'm hoping to get these out at least every other day, maybe get some TikToks out, you know. Be sure to join me at Union Fox HD on everything. If not the _ Union Fox HD. But as always, we'll start by getting into the training and we'll go from there. So, okay. Let's see if I've lost anything in the last week. And again, like always, I'm going to start by explaining exactly what this series is. Now, and we start low. We'll start the mission when I can get this section under a minute. So, YAP Knuckle is a series that I have started helping me to speak, basically. I really want to do YouTube just for fun and everything, but I've noticed a distinct problem is that I don't seem to be able to speak and play the game at the same time. As you just heard, I was playing on the boards and I wasn't speaking. So to get better at that, I developed this series. This is a very high intensity game. 1 minute 24. Okay. It's a high intensity game. And I'm repeating myself a lot. This is what I want to overcome. I'm sorry if this is going to be a very boring series and you don't feel like watching me repeat myself a bunch.
Welcome to the substructure 17 maintenance.
But basically the whole series is in the see, I'm not talking. I'm doing it again. So, okay, let me stop for a minute, okay? Let me stop. Today's mission is to talk. And I want to talk, and while I'm talking, I want to play. And I want to get good at multitasking, doing both. Talking and doing. And it is a skill. And I have to learn that skill, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. That's what this series is. I'll come up with a proper intro, I promise. But yeah, that's what YAP Knuckle is. It's me playing White Knuckle and quite literally yapping about anything that comes to my head, just so that I can basically do practice to become a good, you know, a good YouTuber for you guys more than anything. I don't want to, you know, be a bad YouTuber. I mean, obviously I'm doing this mostly for fun, but, you know, there's always the chance that this turns into a career or whatever else, and if it does, I don't want to be someone who's bad at their job, which is a completely separate thing, but I'm sure we'll get into that more at a later date. Anyway, I guess time to get into the meat of this experiment. Also, as you guys can see, I figured out how to change the game's aspect ratio so that my recording window is the same size as the game, and it's not, because I play on a super ultra wide monitor, the Samsung A9 Odyssey, I believe. And I, you know, my screen, like, width was larger than everything else. So I wanna get to that. By the way, at some point I will be integrating face cam into this, but not just yet. This is my best time right here. I wasn't talking for this, I was dead silent. I want you to know. But yeah, I guess the ultimate goal is to beat this time on normal with both face cam and voice at the same time, right? So yeah, let's get into it, I guess. Now, you're gonna have to bear with me. Obviously my aspect ratio is now changed, and with it, like, my reach is gonna feel a bit off, and whatever else. So you're going to have to bear with me on that. Honestly, this is a lot harder because I feel like a lot of YouTubers, you know, rely on their editing to make sure that it's constantly upbeat and they keep pace, and, you know, they're really speaking about what they want to speak about, and it's going well. And, you know, since I'm not relying on editing and I'm doing this solely, you know, as unedited as I can, just so that, you know, I can. My support from, like, friends and family in my practices has been very much appreciated as well. But I guess I should pick a topic to talk about for today. So I'm an idiot. So, I guess today's topic will be probably goals, dreams, like aspirations, and a bit more introduction. For, like, the last time I was supposed to introduce myself, but got distracted a lot. And, you know, that's exactly what this series hopes to prevent. That happening anymore. So, in terms of goals and...
Notice. Climate control systems for deep substructure remains within acceptable parameters.
Yeah, sorry. I see I'm supposed to talk through when that woman starts talking so that I can really get, like, a baseline of being able to talk, but as you just saw, I pressed the wrong button, but it went away anyway, so it's fine. See? I'm doing it again. I need to talk. I'm gonna stop bringing up when I don't talk. I try to get back, like, straight into talking. So, to put it simply, I have wanted to be a YouTuber since before it was even possible. Before it was a job, since, like, long before it was a job, actually. I used to, you know, tell my parents that I wanted to play games for other people for a living when I was really young.
Reminder. Routine safety drills are no longer in effect. Training Chamber 4 remains closed for decontamination procedures.
Oh, I stopped talking because I had to lock in. Okay. I've been wanting to be a YouTuber since before it was a job. Since before, you know, you could get paid to do it, you know. I wanted to do this as a hobby since I was super young. There should be a thing here, right? Yep. And, you know, when it became a job, you know, I didn't quite have the self-confidence to just go for it. Not saying that I've got, like, the most self-confidence now, but I've definitely got more than before, and enough to really start putting some real effort into this thing that I want to do. Because I think I see YouTube a bit differently than a lot of people. I think I view this, like, at the end of the day, if I do get, like, the luxury of becoming a YouTuber, it's still a job. I felt. It's still a job at the end of the day, and like I said, I don't want to be, you know, the guy who's bad at their job, even if it is something like being a YouTuber. I feel like people look at, you know, people who want to be YouTubers a certain way, but in my opinion, it's less about them looking at you like a way of like, oh, you're a YouTuber, like you're one of those. But for me, it's more of like a, like, it's less for me creative inspiration and stuff like that as well. Just hang tight, what'd they give me? Oh my days. Love it. But yeah. Anyway, that's enough sub stories about how I was when I was younger and wanted to be a YouTuber and all that good stuff.
Alert.
Let's talk more about how what I actually want to achieve, you know, what my goals are for being a YouTuber, you know, because it's always good to have a goal. So milestones for my YouTubing career is that the first milestone I want to hit is 1,000 subscribers, 100 subscribers first, right? And then 1,000. I thought the wind would push me up, but it didn't. But obviously that's all the boring, common stuff that I'm sure you'd already know any YouTuber would want to hit. And, you know, jobs like this, you have to be good at, because you have to justify why you deserve to get to do a job like this, you know? You have to be good enough at what you do to justify what you do. I believe. And I believe I can be. I can be good enough at this, and I will be one day. But I think we should talk about like later term goals and aspirations, you know what I mean? So speaking like in the late and the latter, I personally think that one of my biggest... Why did I come over here? I didn't want to come over here yet. See? It also helped me to pay attention while I'm playing the game. It's not just for the talking aspect, it's for the playing aspect. You know, I don't want to be worse at the games I'm playing just because I'm speaking, because then I can't talk. You know, if something requires my speaking. But here we go. Ah, right. Made it to a save point of some description.
Pressure seal engaged. Door latches holding. No leaks detected.
Bear with me 1 second. Sorry, I just got a quick phone call. So basically, as well as obviously, God, I'm really running low on things to say already. And you know, this is a whole debate about, you know, talent. I don't think I'm naturally gifted at talking, but I think I can get better at talking. You know, and it just takes the right training. You know what I mean? Which is what I'm doing now. I came up here because sometimes you can get a grub up here. Oh, well, that sucks. Right, we need to keep an eye on bugs and start collecting them, because that's getting real low. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to hold on to it. I'm going to use it the other one. So the upgrades. Increases stamina regeneration by 25%. Increases maximum stamina by 30%. Oh, which one's better? I'm going to... So, okay, so my understanding is that this would just make me last longer before needing to regenerate, but it would also keep my regeneration the same. This would increase my total to 130%. Well, that would decrease my stamina regeneration total. I think this one is better. Crunch. Yes, sirree. Right. Now that all of this is done, I think we move on to the next section. And I get all. Give me that. Ah, nah. Well, I got the silver one, right? Anyway. Getting back to the topic at hand. Man, this is really difficult. Yes. Like, it's... Honestly, people make so much fun of, like, YouTubers for their job is easy. This is not easy. This is... I'm just talking and playing a game that actually isn't all that intense right now, and I'm struggling. God. Okay, so topic at hand was... I forgot. What's the topic at hand? This is the thumbnail shot, by the way. Anyway. The topic at hand was about... Ah, right, I remember. Sorry, I so easily distracted. Future goals. So, one future goal is to get collaborative. I really want to work with some other YouTubers.
Avoid elevated areas until further notice. Emergency evacuation route through.
I want to work with other YouTubers to do some collaborative, just, you know, different stuff, you know. In my YouTube career, I have specific requests. One request, I really, at some point, want to work with Mr. Beast. Not specifically because of the views he can give me. I mean, obviously, that's always an aspect as a YouTuber. Just like I said, at the end of the day, it is a job, and like I also want to be good at my job. But also because, you know, it just seems like a milestone to me in my head, you know. You don't just collaborate with Mr. Beast. Not just anybody collaborates with Mr. Beast, you know what I'm saying? 2, I want to collaborate with the Sidemen in any regard. 3, I want to collaborate with Beta Squad in any regard. 4, I want to collaborate specifically with Grizzy, but like with the Clueless podcast kind of group. 5, I want to be invited on SNG. I don't want to ask. I specifically want to be invited to SNG, right? Because
Reminder.
if I ask, then that meant that I put myself on their radar. I want to put myself on their radar. I want them to see me. Basically,
interactions pose great risk to you and your fellow workers.
a lot of these come down to being seen. Like, there are certain people like, for God's sake, where's my drop button? Sorry. Right. There are certain people like I want to be seen by. Not in like a, oh, I'm desperate to be seen by this person, please see me senpai type deal, but seen as an equal, you know, not as a desperate fan trying to meet them, but as someone who put in the hard work that it takes to become a YouTuber and gains their respect for it. You know? Because it's easy to say that being a YouTuber isn't hard work. And then, but, you know, there's also certain parts of being an architect that aren't particularly hard work, or certain aspects of being a doctor that aren't particularly hard work. Like, not every part of every job is hard work. And hard work comes based off of how much effort you put into whatever job you're in, right? So, you know, if you're a good plumber, plumbing is well, I don't know how true this statement is, but like if you're a plumber, you know, there's differences of hard work, you know. An easy job could be hard work because you're putting in a lot of effort into making sure it's right, or an easy job could be hard work because you're a bad plumber. Like it's one of them situations where I feel like there's always a nuance, you know. And Markiplier, I talked about Markiplier a lot in my other videos, but I don't particularly want to collab with Markiplier. Not because I don't like him or anything like that, as you guys should probably be well aware of by now, but it's more so because he doesn't collab with others. I mean, I would love to have my own platform. I don't want to be invited to Markiplier's thing. I want to be in a standing where I can invite Markiplier to something, and you know, he will come because he views me as an equal. I mean, obviously, I don't think I will, you know, be fighting off the legacy YouTubers just yet. But, you know, still, you know, your goals tell a lot about you. I don't know why I used that. That was just absolutely not necessary. Get rid of that. I'm not going very quick. I need to move faster. The liquid is actually gaining on me. There's actually a speedrun strat there. If you jump on that steam, it can launch you up to here, but I did not want to risk it. Give me that bug. Oh, no, 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 no. Yes. What is breathing down my ear, gang? Hot ass breath all on my back, bruh. You already know how hot it is in the UK right now. That's also something I find particularly funny. Like, the amount of Americans that will come here and be like, oh yeah, UK heat, it's not that bad, you guys are just used to cold weather, like, blah, blah, blah. And then Americans will just come here and then be like, so yeah, here's the thing, it was so much worse than I thought. They're not lying, I can't breathe. But obviously, the heat is bad here. Really bad. And it, like, when it gets hot, there isn't anything here, right? This is why it ends up being worse than America. Because, like, let's say Florida, where it might be hotter and more humid. Problem is, every shop you walk into has aircon. You know, you go back to your house and there's aircon in your house too, you know? Or your house is very open plan, or as an American house, it's basically made of cardboard, right? Do I go for it? I'm gonna try it. Yes! That was cool. Anyway, as an American house, it's basically made of cardboard, and
Reminder, all water samples must be logged in the biohazard registry prior to disposal.
Damn, the woman's talking threw me off. What was I talking about? There we go. That should buy me some time. I did kind of want to save that, but we're at the interlude now. These are exactly what I need. Put these in here, which I kept forgetting to do last time. Right, and let's go. I've got 3 rods that should be enough.
You are en route to habitation yellow. Please enjoy your...
So basically,
elevator security locks are still
what was
in
I
place.
talking about? Damn, I
Manual
completely
override
forgot.
will
My
be
man has gone
required.
blank. What was I talking about? What was I talking about? What was I talking about? Crazy how that just happens. And you just completely forget everything you were saying. Right, so I remember this part. I have to throw a rod like there. All of this section's fine. I think I also have to throw a rod like I think I have to throw a rod like here, is it? I'm taking a lot of time to do that, but it's better to take time before instead of after. Because if I do this now, and making sure that everything's in the right place, I can go for that one, and if I'd have missed, I'd have gone for the pole, which is good. I did miss the second one. That was on purpose, don't worry. I have a theory. Right, I have a game theory. Ooh. I forgot to click for that one. I have a game theory that basically that liquid down there rises faster once you pressed all 3. It feels like it does. So I'm gonna act like it does.
Alert. Elevator security locks have been released.
Because I feel like this would have been right on my tail. And it looks like it's rising faster now. It could just be me though. I don't know. I could be bugging. But if it's working, it's working. And I don't wanna tempt fate, you know what I mean?
Warning. Class 7 fluid has been detected. For the safety of habitation yellow, airlock seal mechanisms must be engaged.
Airlock seal mechanisms.
Please contact your local control room specialist. Warning. Control specialist is missing. Contacting administrator. Warning. Administrator is missing. Contacting emergency worker protection crews.
You don't actually need anything to get up here.
Error.
Seeing a bunch of people stuff. You don't need. Just jump.
Manual override.
Here, you will need stuff. So you're going to take the Python or Python or whatever it's called. You're going to put that there. Swap hands, grab. Hammer that in. Swap hands, grab. You don't need anything from here. Just jump. Then just fall and grab. And then you don't even actually need to go over there. You can make that jump, but just for safety, I'm gonna jump. I take that jump every time. There's no point in taking the extra part. You know what I mean? If I can shave a few seconds off, why not?
Alert. Airlock seal is priming. You have 30 seconds to return to the emergency personnel lift. Have a good day.
You have 30 seconds. That sucks. Right. You use this, not for getting there, but for getting back. Because that makes it easier to get to there. This jump you can make, you can fall, and then you run. Now, I was explaining it, so it took me longer than it usually does, but usually I just zip through there. Here we go. Into Habitation Yellow. It was all yellow. Anyway. I was quiet for so much of that. Oh my god. This is really hard. I think maybe continue to talk about what things I want from my YouTube career. You know, I believe in creativity, human creativity. Actually, I have a really probably an opinion that most of you will hate, but I'll say it anyway. Right? Please don't leave just because of this. I really like AI, right? And not just in the standard like, oh, I like AI, you know, it's pretty cool. I think that these like trained AI models and whatever else, I think it's a really good thing. I think it's a good thing for the future of humanity, because there will be moments in the future where if we do want to become interplanetary species, or maybe even intergalactic species, we just try to put them in the disk drive. How do I... Okay. I think I prefer to put that one in there. Take you out, put you in. Careful not to accidentally use that. Put these just outside the circle. So 4 shots in total. Okay, got it. No. Nothing I particularly want here.
Office productivity levels in Module C2 have fallen below threshold. Mandatory overtime will be enforced until standards are met.
Increases jump height by 30%. Increases stamina regeneration by 25%. Would my stamina be stupid then? Like, I basically just won't have to worry about stamina at all. If I've got it twice, no? I'm gonna do that. Why are there 2 monitors? Anyway. I'm assuming that those stack, which means that... Anyway. Do the biological backup. Sorry. I was saying, if we want to become an interplanetary species, there is stuff that we as humans will not be able to take on by ourselves, right? That's where AI will come in. And I'm seeing the first steps, basically, of it. Think about any space show you've ever seen in your entire life, there is a reason why there is always an AI on the ship, right? Because quite simply, humans do not have the processing power for every single system that would be on that ship, right? So they need an AI to help run the ship. That's how I think AI is good.
Levels in module C2.
Sorry about that noise. There is a bike in the back. I don't know if my compression took it out or not, but... Man, I'm stalling, okay? I'm gonna open the door now. I hate this section. I hate this section so much, like, you have no idea. Gun. Again, sorry about the bike noises. Just what happens when you live in London. Okay. Okay, I am ready. We're good until we hear the woman say that.
Deep substructure emergency lockdown hatch. Experiencing increased strain. Reinforcement systems activating.
There we go. Regen should be quite quick. Go. We need to shoot it, which means we need to get high enough to get a platform.
Reduced oxygen flow
Oh.
may occur temporarily.
Okay, so I lost some height, but I have to do a drop shot. I've been real quiet in this area. I thought I was on something, which is why I just dropped. I couldn't see properly, so I need to actually do this so that I can see. I need to climb across that. I can walk. Do this up to here. Jump height. Maybe I should have gotten the jump height. I just feel like it would have been more useful. Go away. Okay. I don't have many shots left, so I need to use them wisely. Is there a ladder on the other side? Yes. Okay, I've got one shot left. Should be a brick here. I always forget about my torch and remembering to light it. Oh. I'm trying to think of what other things I really want from my career. I mean, I don't care about them making a whole bunch of money that much. I mean, if YouTubers made half of what they currently made, I'd still want to be a YouTuber because, you know, I don't want to do it for all the money. I mean, if money comes, it's a nice bonus, but it's not my reason for doing this, you know what I mean? Money isn't... For me, money isn't a reason to do something. It's a side effect of doing It's a side effect of doing something. Is a good way of putting it. You know? This causes this. That's a damn it, I have to climb.
Alert. Office productivity levels in Module C2 have fallen below threshold. Mandatory barriers will be restored until standards.
Let's go up there. Help! Oh god. I can't make it. Damn! I ran out of shots, man. This is the problem. Right, I'll respawn back down here. I hate that section so much. It's so difficult with, like, the juggling of so much stuff to do. I mean, to be honest, there was a point in time when I was playing this enough to the point where, like, that whole section was so easy to me. Like, it literally, I couldn't think of anything easier. I was like, bro. But now, not so much. Because I haven't played in a while. Obviously, if I played it more often, I would probably end up back at that point. Yes, good roll. Six shots. Good. Okay. Open up the door. Let's get to it. I can do it with 6 shots. The problem is when I try to like do it with like 4 shots, and I forgot that you can stop halfway through.
Reminder. Digit alert.
Deep substructure emergency lockdown hatch experiencing increased strain. Reinforcement systems activating.
Why did it say it like forced me to let go? I literally jumped off myself. Right, while I'm resting. Torch. Jump across. Take the easy path. Always go for the easy path. Don't even risk it. He's coming any second. We should give this thing a name. Comment down below if you've got a name for this thing. Because, oh wait, never mind. I think I may have just come up with the perfect name. Banshee, because it's doing all that screaming. Banshee is perfect. Can I stand on the ladder? I'm gonna shoot you in your face. Twice. I fell. But it's okay. There's a ladder right here, luckily. Oof. I actually sometimes enjoy missing the creature because that gives me the chance sometimes to... The gold one I'll leave. Let's get to a standing platform before I do anything.
Office productivity levels in Module C2
Aw,
have fallen below
damn.
threshold.
Idiot.
Mandatory overtime will be enforced until standards are met.
I'm climbing really badly. I am usually so much better than this. In fact, you saw me climbing better earlier in... fell again. How am I doing this so badly? I've done this a million times before. Am I panicked? These are actually necessary. I never usually have to use this secondary, like, backup. He can climb through here. I need to remember that. Is this the top or the bottom? This is the bottom. Go this way. This way. Up here. This way. Gives us this lift. Give people lift. It obviously doesn't work. And then let's go up. That's why it's so dark. Sorry, YouTube's compression will make this video so much darker, and you know, personally I also hate watching YouTubers play this section because let me through. I also hate watching YouTubers play this section because it's just like so dark, and they never remember to use their light, but it's because our monitors are brighter and but yeah. There we go. That should be the end. Yep. Hear it banging against the bottom. Down it goes.
Evacuate to emergency.
Probably crushing it.
Seismic event detected in service shaft C. Lift access is offline.
And now we're in habitation. Well, specifically the haunted pit. Why am I running away with these?
Emergency. Deep substructure containment failure imminent. Structural integrity
Silver.
50%.
Or platinum, I'm assuming. Because the other one is gold. I wonder why they went the other way around. Anyway. I don't think I need anything from here. Maybe I'll take these just to be safe. So which one is this? There's a crane there, so it's that one. Got it. Because obviously I think there's like 2 iterations of this place you can like encounter. Man, I'm really running low on things to say, man. That's just not good. What else could I talk about? Right, yeah, UK weather. I was saying about the fact that so many Americans are like in America going, oh yeah, UK heat, yeah, sure, whatever, it must be, it's not actually, it's not. And then like them same Americans will come here and be like, I'm dying, they're not joking, it's hot. Because it's hot. It's currently the middle of the day. My thermostat on my thing says 34 degrees in my room. Understand, the problem isn't for us that it's hot, right? The problem is that it's hot, and our entire lives, our infrastructure, the way our buildings are built, the way our shops are built, the way our, you know, clothes are designed, everything about the UK is designed to keep in heat. This is what I was saying earlier about okay, people will be like, yeah, but Florida's hotter. Yeah, but Florida knows that it's hot and is specifically designed to negate that heat. Aircon in every shop, in every home, in every this, that, and the other, right? People, it's just acceptable to just walk around like bare-chested if you want, right?
Reminder.
I've seen Miami. I know what Miami's like.
5.
I know
Do not
exactly what
photograph
kind
or
of...
record any anomalous object without senior researcher supervision or unless otherwise directed.
But that's what I'm saying, like, it's... You guys can, like, even walk around the street bare-chested. I've seen Miami. People walk around in, like, bikinis and whatever. You can't do that in the UK. You can't walk on the street with nothing on. You'll get arrested. Like, it's... Even if it's, like, sweltering heat, you better be, like, really, like, inside of, like... Nearby where I live, we have a place called the Lakes. It's just a big lake, and it's nice to go when it's hot because you get some kind of breeze from over the lake, right? If you're not, like, in a place where it is acceptable for you to have that level of, you know, no clothes on, you're not going to get away with it. It has to be in a place where that is acceptable. Now, I'm probably going to lose this because there's no grub. There's no grubs, and I need a grub for one of the sections. Or, well, I don't think I need one, but I've never beaten it without one, so... I was the time where I got so lucky there was a grub in here every single time. It was systematic. Like, to the point where I didn't even realize that grubs could not spawn in there. I thought they gave it to you on purpose every time. But I just got lucky. Just check the ruins for anything. Sometimes you find a little something in here.
Caution. Unauthorized handling of Class B anomalies is strictly prohibited. Contact the nearest head researcher for clearance.
I hate these hands, bro.
Emergency. Deep substructure containment failure imminent. Structural integrity.
I've got 3 shots.
25%.
Okay. And the same goes for the rest of America. Like, your houses are designed to let the heat back out. Like, and especially your houses aren't as, like, fundamentally strong as ours, right? Strong winds will knock down your house. Strong winds here will go around our house like it's nothing. Because, like, obviously most of them, maybe the newer builds, I'm not so sure about. I know definitely the older builds, but I'm not sure about, like, newer built houses in the UK. But what room is this again?
Emergency.
Ah, I remember now.
Core is malfunctioning. Observation systems in core labs offline.
I think this is the one where you have to go up and disable all of the things so you can press the button on the back. Okay, I can do that. This room is the most resource intensive of the three, I believe. But if you have the resources, it is the easiest. And they do, obviously, as you can see, provide some of the resources. But it's better to actually go around the outside. What I like to do is go across, get up to like here, just hang. Ooh, almost. Like to hang, and then the second it's not looking, I like to grab it. I'm trying to grab it. What? Did they super glue it down? Come on, gang. Oh, damn. Okay. Clearly that's not going to work this time. It's not letting me. What is happening? Why isn't it letting me do it? I don't understand. It always lets me do it. Maybe I just need to be a bit more bold with it. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Nope, it just shot me. Okay. I don't understand. This works every time. There we go. I can fall. See what.
Alert. Psychic interference detected in hallway 23. Personnel experiencing auditory hallucinations should report to medical immediately.
Really? Look at where he's at, bruh. Okay, you know what? I can't bother with this. There we go, that should have... I just walked off, not even jumped, walked. There we go. You're so annoying. Get off. Turn off. Right. That's the next one. So, there's usually resources here. If there's not, I'm gonna cry. There's nothing. Great. Fantastic. Love it. Okay. Stay here. Jump. Okay. I see resources. There we go. Just like that.
Reminder. Laboratory spaces are reserved for high-yield personnel. Failure to meet quotas could result in personnel being reassigned to low-priority objects in the warehouse sector.
Yeah, low priority object is where everybody dies. I can't wait for the full game of this to release. You know, I keep forgetting that it's early access. But man, I can't wait like until all of the things are done and the speed runs that will come out. Did I already press this? Good. Got one more. I think, anyway. Oh wait, no, that's it, isn't it? Because if we go here... I thought that was a vent. Is that not a vent? Ah. Obviously these... Actually they wouldn't be a problem at all, but... We can power them down. Gotta love it. Right. I thought that was a spider. I thought that was a spider in game. I was like, that's the first time I've seen a spider. I'm sure it won't be the only time you see a spider in this game, but... Can our character, like, stop, settle down for a little bit? You know, possibly have a little, cockroach farm. Farm some money. Those noises are the hands. There's always one of these up here.
Alert. Artifact breaches in lab sectors 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, 13, 14, 17, 18, 20.
Damn! I looked away for a fraction of a second. I don't know which way to go though.
Termination teams not found.
There will be one behind me. So I want to drop back down here, I think. The problem, okay, so I actually have an issue with this section. Personally. I personally have an issue with this section because I really love, like, the audio aspect of, like, oh, hearing when they're getting closer. But the problem is they're too fast for you to really, like, pay attention, like, oh, this one's coming closer, I should turn around. You know?
Emergency. Delta 45 has broken containment. The periphery artifact may attempt to deceive you. Do not trust anything you hear.
Came from above that time, okay.
Emergency. Unidentified individual. You are required to reroute to Delta 45's research chamber in Sector 13.
Anything to grab onto? Anything at all? They gave me a piton. Python. I actually don't know how it's pronounced.
Alert. You are not obeying a direct command from the Superstructure Authority. For your safety, report to Delta 45's research chamber in Sector 13. Emergency. Delta 3 has not been located through internal sensors.
Bro, they're being very aggressive now.
Alert. By order of the Board of Directors, the emergency evacuation route to the surface has been moved to Delta 45's research chamber in Sector 13. Delta 3 has been located on internal sensors.
I like how the previous emergency was that they weren't located, and the next emergency is that they were located.
Alert. Please come to Delta 45's research chamber in Sector 13. Emergency. Delta 3 has been located on exterior wall sensors.
I'd love to know, like, more lore behind this. I've not been talking at all. Oh my god, I just realized I have been silent. That just goes to show how locked in I am. But that's exactly what I mean, like, this section is like... certain parts, there's really not much I can do about anything technical. I can't look at the hands from here. I have to look away for long enough for the hand to actually reach me for me to do anything. See, there, the upwards hand has done something. See, there we go. See? It comes so frequently. I did it 3 times in the space of like 5 seconds. See, there you go. See, you just grabbed me, and you're just going again. Only thing I don't like about this section, I think it's creepy, and it's perfect in terms of scares, but like, there's like a crucial something that's missing that makes this section less scary and more annoying than anything. Like, the first time you do it, yeah, maybe, but like, after the very first time you do it, it's not scary anymore. It just gets on the nerves.
Reminder. Laboratory spaces are reserved for high-yield personnel. Failure to meet quotas could result in personnel being reassigned to low-priority objects in the warehouse sector.
Come on. See, I need to... I'm not talking. I need to talk more. I let go, am I gonna fall? I am gonna fall. Okay. Understood. So I'm gonna need This. Sorry. Shoot down there. Shoot down there. Okay. I see. So this is probably to stop the hands. Maybe it would have been better to go up and leave them there. I wonder if there's a secret where they'll shoot with the hands if they see them. Or if it's not a secret and I'm just dumb. But... Right. What have I got in my inventory? Give myself some light.
Notice.
Go away.
Recent material scans have flagged anomalous radiation in test chamber 12. Evacuation may be required if levels rise further.
Anomalous radiation. I didn't realize. We're doing this again. Offline. Powered off. And just to be sure. Okay. Come on. We're so close. This feels like a very final chamber. Into the next room. Huh? How are we here? There's still another room. No? Did I skip that whole room? I'm not complaining. I'll take it.
Emergency. Deep substructure
Understood.
containment has failed. Class 7 fluid detected. Evacuate habitation yellow.
I'm out. Oh. Oh. Oh my God. Man. Okay, so I beat it, but I'm not happy with that because... No, I'm happy that I beat it, just to clarify. Okay, so let me change what I just said. I beat it, and I'm happy with that, but I beat it without, like, towards the end, I stopped talking, and that's not what I want. So, I'm not happy with that. I'm probably going to do this again and try and beat it again before the face cam thing comes in. But, yeah. if you guys did enjoy this episode, or maybe the first episode, or whatever else, of me playing this game and just talking about me, I guess, please leave a like, subscribe maybe. It really helps a lot. I really appreciate it. Like everyone, I appreciate every one of you. And please leave a comment. I really want to interact with my community, like really badly. I really want to build a community and like not neglect them. I want to read the posts of all the YouTube videos that I talk about, and maybe one day have a Reddit about me where I read all of the posts there. And you know, I don't want to neglect my community. So be sure to leave a comment and I will read it. Anyway, yeah, not much else to say. From me to you, have a nice life.
But after this, there'll be no more distractions.